Okay, now we got construction. All right. Can go reduction of maintenance. We can do reduction in the cost for armor. That's how many BCs. Putting a better armor costs for your ship. And armor strip resistance. Okay, so if you're getting shot, your ship gets shot, your armor can get stripped off and reduce your... okay, I'm not actually sure how that works, but yeah. This is going to reduce how easy it is for them to strip armor. Because armor does not equate to damage resistance in this game. So anyway, I'm not sure how that works. I think I'm going to do armor cost, because armor is fairly expensive. And let's go ahead and do Duralloy armor. We also gained a propulsion level. Can get a reduction in the size of the, say, nuclear engines and so on. Missile fuel capacity. So this is going to allow the missiles to travel further on the combat map. And a reduction in engine size. Oh. Okay, so I'm not sure what the difference between these two is, because your engine is what makes that is your warp speed, warp drive. So that could be a little clearer. Let's go ahead and do missile fuel capacity, I guess. And so here would be sublight drives would be the next one after nuclear. It gives you 4 parsecs per turn instead of 3. However, I have found this is a huge jump in size comparison. So I usually stay on nuclear for a while, but certainly after a while you'll want to get that. But maneuver 2 is great. And logistics range is great too. In fact, for this map, I should probably do logistics range first. This is just going to increase the range you can travel. Maneuver 2 is going to allow you to improve your ship designs with more defense. So this is like we got that one special that adds defense, but this would be a non-special that adds defense, a regular module. It also adds more movement in combat. Really good for smaller ships, especially. So now that we have that, so if we go into design, you can see we have a lot more space now to work with. So let's go ahead and change this so we still can't. Okay, never mind. Still can't fit the Gatling. In fact, we still can't. I'm surprised we can't fit 2 lasers. Oh. We clear everything. Okay, we can if we did nothing else, but then that's definitely not worth it, so we won't do that. If we go back to this design, we have more space, but we're not using it, so that wouldn't really do anything. The one thing would be it might be cheaper. We could see it's 1 BC cheaper. So that's really not, I wouldn't make a design for that. Sometimes you might see like 5 BC cheaper, and then it might be worth doing just for that. The lower this cost, the faster you can build the ships. Yeah. But let's go to frigate now. Uh, 18 space, so we might do that. can do Gatling lasers, or we can do diverted energy missiles. Okay, so now it's 3 versus 2. You can go with these 5-shot ones. The problem is they only have a speed of 4. And that speed in combat makes a huge difference. Because it takes longer to get to them, and it makes it easier for them to fall back and just avoid the missile entirely because it runs out of fuel. So I generally don't like to use these. I would use them if there was an option that had the same speed, but there isn't. So anyway, so 3 versus 2. So this would be 14 damage versus 15 damage. But there doesn't appear to be any reason to do that because there's no bonuses here. If you get the next missile, I think it's the no, there's another one in between this and Merculite missiles. Anyway, so that one would have, like, I forget if it's extra range or something, maybe +1 attack. Then you have a reason. But in this case, I guess I would still go with the nuclear missiles. Having more missiles also makes it harder to shoot down. Let's see. So if we did this with the missiles, I do note we do have that extra 7.5 range, but I don't know if it shows up on here or not. Maybe if the developer watches this, you could add a tooltip for those kind of bonuses or something. So now for a missile ship, I don't care as much. It's still useful, but I think the computer is better. Again, another thing is I'm not certain whether computers help missiles because they're guided. I know when I played Mu 1 many years ago, it didn't seem like computers did anything for the missiles, but there was no way to actually tell for sure. But even in the late game, I was finding not having a computer was fine. But then we don't know if that's how this game does it. So all right. So we could certainly make a new missile ship, but it's only a little bit better. I'm more interested in making a Gatling laser ship. So now that's 2 because I had 3 missiles, and so it just adjusted it. I think, yeah, if I had 1 missile and changed it to, yeah, it stays 1, so you gotta increase it. All right, so we put this back on. Can we do a laser? Yeah. All right, so that would be 8-9 lasers effectively. And this one cost 75. Oh wait, no, 106. So it is a little bit more expensive, about 25% more expensive, 20% more expensive. But we're getting more attack, so it's easier to hit, and we're faster on the strategic map, and we have more defense. Okay, so we get, oh yeah, I mentioned before that the larger hulls get 1+1 DR per size increase. They also get minus defense per size increase. So instead of, oh wait, is that right? No, yeah, so this was 2 before this module, before this special. And the Corvettes are 3. And they also get, they're higher initiative, so they move a bit slower. all things to be aware of. Some different designs here. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and create this one. Now this is way more expensive than a Corvette, so I'm going to. I'll go 125. We have enough money to do this, so. So where this gets to be difficult is when you have a bunch of designs going at once, or like I was saying, all these levels might make you want to change all your designs at once. Or if you're making a big hull, that can suck up 3,000 all at once. Or if you have stimulus going, you can suck up all your money in a hurry, or at least not have income, and then you can't afford to replenish after designs. Okay. We're still building these, right? Yeah. Oh, well, we're not building them, but we're still on this design. Okay. We don't have any of these. I think I'm going to go ahead and, well, I'll leave it here to reference for now. So if we made a new one, we could compare them too. Okay, we got a computer level. Okay, we can reduce the cost of computers and ECM. We can reduce the size of specials, which would not affect our regular computers. And the cost, okay. Size and cost. Yeah, the cost of the computer is significant, so I'm gonna go for this one. All right. What to research next? Okay, so here we have an FTL particle scanner. This is going to increase the range you can detect enemy ships on the strategic map. And so this one's 18. This is the next level. Above that is 22. I forget where it is, but there is one, at least one, where it's a trade-off. Anyway, if I see it, I'll point it out. Here we have one that will increase the interest rate you receive on money in your reserves. So we have 3,000 in reserve right now, or in the bank. So it earns interest just sitting there, and this will increase the interest rate once that's done researching. I think I'll go for a scanner. Okay, weapons. This is a big one. Beam cost. Oh. I haven't got beam cost before. All right. I've had beam size, and I've also had one that was heavy beam range, which is an interesting one. So it would only affect the heavy beams, not the regular beams, and it gives them even more range. So then they could be like real snipers. Don't have that this time. This would be the cost, though. Okay, and this is just for special weapons bombs. So this one would allow you to build bombers faster. In my opinion, the least valuable right now, for sure. I'm going to go for beam cost. If there was a beam size, I would pick that. Also, you can get, like we showed before, you can get missile perks. So here we have fusion bombs. That's the next one above nuclear bombs. Then antimatter bombs. Ion beam is the next one after. Okay, so we don't have proton guns, which is the one I would usually take after lasers. So this is the next beam after proton guns. However, proton guns it halves the effectiveness of enemy shields, and ion beams do not. So It's a shame we don't have proton guns because these will take a lot longer to miniaturize down. However, that's the way it goes. Mass drivers are projectile weapons. However, the game does treat them like beams for the purposes of aiming. So this one will also have the effectiveness of enemy deflectors. But mass drivers are very space inefficient. So I usually put these on like a destroyer. They can be very effective that way. And then here's the Mercury Light missiles I was talking about earlier. You can see these have a plus bonus to attack, whereas the missiles we have now do not. There is a missile in between that does +1 level, and this one's +2. So what to pick? Since we don't have the proton gun, I would probably take the ion beam. We have one perk for beams and we have one perk for missile range. However, well, yeah, I guess I'll go for this one. All right, so we got several levels. So just that one turn. I shouldn't have. If I was paying closer attention, I would have waited. I would have known to wait one more turn before designing this. But anyway, if we look at it again now, we can see it now takes 87 BC instead of, it was 126, wasn't it? So that is a huge drop in cost. However, it looks like it affected this one too. Huh, I didn't know that. Okay, well that's cool. One less thing to worry about. So, perks reduce the size and the cost. And they apparently affect previous designs, which I would have thought you would have to redesign it, but guess not. We have more space available. Do I want to do anything here? That would definitely be more powerful. There's nothing else we could add. Like these are maxed out. We don't have shields. We are researching armor. Let's see here. Construction. Yeah, there's nothing coming up soon. This one is not going to affect ships, so let's go ahead and do it. And we'll just do the same thing again. All right, and I also want to look at the missiles. Go ahead and do that one. Yeah, okay. And let's go ahead and see what I mean by you end up doing a whole bunch of designs all at once when you're using these levels. Of course, the perks would still kind of lean towards that, but not as much as currently. If the miniaturization was spread out, more granular. We want to look at clear Corvette. Okay, we can now put a Gatling Laser on a Corvette. But no, that's not worth it. We want to have this, and this, and this. Okay, now, see, this is nice. You can see that now these cost the same. So there's really no, and this is instead of 5 and 10, this is 4 and 8. So there's no cost change to using this now. So that's really nice. Nuclear engines. These are also lowered. If we get our next level of propulsion, this will be also 1. So, and this is, I believe this is the same. I don't see a change in that. Okay. But we can fit 2 lasers. So we'll do that. And so if we had the proton gun, I would definitely use that over 2 lasers because of what I said, the one being 0 damage on if the enemy has any shields at all. And I'll go ahead and I'll do that. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna go to. Oh. Okay, looks good. And turn. Okay, here's. See what we get here. Good. Ooh. Okay. The initiative's good. And we have the inertial stabilizer on this one. So I'm going to take this one over the previous design, especially since now we get the 3 movement instead of 2. We can compare. Where is it now? These 2 right here. Okay, it's a little bit more expensive to build. Oh, it also has the better computer, so we get 2 attack instead of 1. Yeah, so that's good. We have 12 turns to the next one, so I'm going to advance time and pause until then. Oh, before I forget again, we want to build a starport. Okay. If this was a serious game, that would be something you don't want to forget. Okay, starport's done. So now we have more range. Okay, let's go ahead and use our new escorts since they're faster. Let's see, you can't quite reach that one. So we'll send 1 here. Sure, and 1 here. Right. Oh. Well, that's cool. So now we have gold over here too. Fantastic. Oh, another empty system. Huh. Okay. Oh, we got more range now, so we can reach that one planet and probably some others. So now I'm going to go for this maneuvering engine. Maybe, well, when it talks about engine, maybe it's talking about that? But why doesn't it call it maneuver then? Because you would think engines would be the engines. But then what's warp? Anyway, I'm sure the developer will address that at some point. Let's see, we got, okay. Okay, so we can tell we do not have the tech to colonize this. I'm not particularly sure where Barren falls, though, in the scale. Would Tundra allow us to do this, or do I need something more? Let's go ahead and... We're doing this. Oh, it's almost done. So I guess I'll let it finish. Oh, interesting. Okay. So the missile fuel capacity is under propulsion, not under weapons. Okay. I thought it was under weapons, so... We will send you back home. And you go to here. And then over here, we're going to go with one here, and one... Oh, well, one over here. Okay. Next turn. Oh, got that. Okay. I'll try Tundra. See if that will work. Got the armor. We got the planetary shields. I'm not going to do anything for that yet. Let's go ahead and do the automated factories. And, oh... I guess I'll get this out of the way. So we just did... Sorry guys, I forgot. Oh, we're about to get the ion beams. Okay. Next turn. Next turn. Oh. Let's see. I believe that means... Yeah, we now have 2 specials on this planet. So we get double the research on this world, as well as double the money. Coda is a good planet. And we have another empty system. All right. Okay, so send you back. Izar, you're still not done, so we'll leave you alone. All right, so we want to switch this to colony ship. Gonna max that out. Sure. All right. But that reminds me, one thing you can do, especially once you get further away than the neighboring system, is go in here to Destroyer. Make sure it's all clear. Add the colonization module. And put it on nuclear engines, or whatever your next best engine is. Now you can't leave it like that. The default design adds a single heavy laser, presumably to help shoot down missiles, I guess. But we have a Gatling Laser, which would be better at that, although it's not as long in range. I don't know. It doesn't particularly matter for a colony ship. Ooh, I was going to put a computer on, but it costs 42. Okay, so let's leave it at that. It's probably not going to be able to hit anything anyway with no computer, but... Alright, so the idea here... Look for something that looks like a colony ship. I guess that's fine. And... Now, we do not care about anything, really. I'll go ahead and do that, I guess. And I will go ahead and... Not only 100, I'm going to go down... Let's see... How much... So the higher you go, the more the difference between each percentage point, if you didn't notice that already. All right, so I'll go with 70, and you can just certainly go with 50 if you want. But, oh, all right. Yes, we need to, we'll scrap the bomber and go back in here. Gotta do this again, apparently. Let's use that one. And I'll call this the colonizer. Create. Boom. Oh. That's interesting. I did scrap one. So I don't want to scrap this one because I'm actively building it. And I don't want to wait 25 turns to colonize those planets. So we'll leave that. Let's go ahead and scrap this one. And try again. It does remember this, so that's nice. And this in the background as well. Unless you reload. If you quit the game and come back, I don't think it's there anymore. If I remember correctly. The other one was called Colony Ship, so why doesn't that work? I've only used this name in another game. So it shouldn't count. Well, anyway, we'll go A. Oh, come on, I've deleted 2. Oh, it kept it. Oh. Okay. Crap. Did I just waste all my money? Yep, I think so. No, I didn't. Is that a bug? Because it didn't charge me for these. It shouldn't be making the design if it tells you it's invalid. That's, yeah. Let's scrap that. And we'll keep this one. Can I rename it? No. Crap. Oh well, we'll keep it. And anyway, the point is we will have a colony ship that can move faster. And okay, here we have some nasty pirates. Here we have some nasty pirates. And they have subspace teleporters. So they can just jump in your face and shoot you rather than having to travel using the maneuvering engines. So anyway, we're going to run away. We're probably going to die. Yep. Okay. This is why it's good to scout with a single Corvette and not a lot of big fleet. If I sent all these ships, they would have all just died against this force. There's not very many of them, but they're very powerful. Let's see. Against the previous pirates we saw, we would have won, but anyway. So you got to look at what they have. Okay. Here is our first Gatling frigate. Okay, so it'll have a better time hitting targets. Very important if you're shooting corvettes. Oh, we got more maneuver on a frigate. That's nice. And a cost reduction. Great. Now if you get a roll that increases this damage reduction, that's really nice because, you know, like I said, it reduces the damage by 1. So if this increased to 2, it would reduce all enemy weapons damage rolls by 2. So like on this one, this is going to fire, it's going to calculate 9 shots. It might not, it doesn't animate 9 shots, but it's going to do math for 9 shots. And so for this damage reduction of 1, that's going to take 1 off of each of those 9 shots. So this can be very powerful. However, if they have the farther you go in the game, the bigger the weapon damage, right? So yeah, it changes things. We have our first colony ship. Let's send you over here. That's right, we need a tech for this one. Oh, don't do that. Cancel. Okay. Research is almost done on that. Okay. Oh, okay, we've met the AI. And they have a starting frigate with the 5 laser cannons. Of course, our frigate is no match for that because it's still just 1 laser. Let's run away. Okay, this is the next Gatling Laser frigate. Oh, got a bunch of hit points. Did not get the initiative reduction the last one got. We did get the same defense reduction, or increase. And the maneuver. Okay, not as cheap. So yeah, with both the defense and the hit points, that's really good. So that will replace that same design we just got. Oh, we also got the missile frigate. Oh look, we got, so instead of 3 missile launchers, it now has 4. So that's really nice. We got hit points again. We got more initiative, so we can fire more often. A little bit cheaper. Okay, so that's a good one. And the Corvette. Okay, the maneuver's good. The initiative's good. I'll compare that one. Oh. Okay, we met them officially. Oh, this is their planet. All right. So we'll head back. So the knight versus the Lasi. This has better initiative. This has better maneuver. Oh, this is 2 lasers though. Okay, so we'll make this one the new one. Let's see. For these 2, we'll scrap this one. And we'll scrap this one. And you can see this does actually say 4 now instead of 3. So that's good. Otherwise it'd be very confusing. Tempted to scrap these. Anyway. We have not yet got the tundra. Alright, so what are we building here? Let's switch this to these Congos. We don't want to do 100%. We want to do... Yeah. Okay. Okay, so in case tundra isn't enough, I'll do the dead next. Factory construction 3, yeah. I'll do theoretical on that one. Let's go ahead and do fusion bombs. Okay. All right, so let's see. This planet was the one I wanted to look at. We can now colonize it. So tundra was enough. All right. So change this back to 21 turns left. Wait, no, that wasn't the right one. No, it is. Okay, never mind. All right, so back to Congos. So it's gonna take 11 turns to get there with this, the regular old retro engines that go 2 speed. But we are getting the 3 speed one sooner or later. Go for the sublight drives. All right, so. All right, I think I mentioned it before, but I am going to play until about level 2 on these here, and then we'll call that a good place to stop. We are saving up quite a bit of money. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, I thought that lonely setting only had 1 AI, but apparently I was wrong about that. Oh, they left. Okay. Okay, I'm going to bolster the population. I'll send 10. Didn't change anything. The speed is the same on all the settings there, so. Okay, where are we now? Oh, that's right. We got the ion beams. So let's go. I did notice you get these weird. That's not distorted text. Well, I mean it is, but it's not like English distorted. It's I think it's supposed to be in another language that got distorted. But I'm not really sure. Anyway, that is something you can delete and fix. Type something in. Actually, that's not right. Okay, there you go. it works. So I'm going to go with another Corvette. Then ion beam. And this. And nuclear engines and a computer. Okay, we have the option now of putting on the better armor. We have 25 BC. Oh, it does take a little bit of space. We have just enough. So the armors are a percentage. Okay. I think that's okay. Okay, that's the name we had for the first design. We'll call this ionizer. Great. We'll spend a little more because it's got the ion beam. Confirm.